Welcome to the Natural Way of Being video blog. This video is titled, Why You Need to Create Something This Spring. So spring is the perfect time to create something new. If you look at nature, nature is giving birth to things. Sprouts are blooming. Things are like being born and taking life. And so since we're connected to life and to nature, it's just a natural time. The energy is here. The creative energy is on the planet right now to create things. So why not tune into that? Why not tie into that and utilize that energy to create something new in your life? So I want to talk about the way I suggest that people create things is by offering an intention. And of course, there's a process to this. It often starts with what's most important to you and what you'd like to create in your life. And we actually, I'm going to be doing a workshop on this next weekend, which I'll talk about a little later. But there's some work to decide what we want to create. And then when we decide that, we kind of formulate it into an intention. Then we say, I would like to create this. We offer our intention. And when we offer an intention, what we're doing energetically is we're creating whether we realize it or not, we're creating a partnership with life. So I offer the energy of my intention. That energy goes up in a way that I don't really understand, and it interacts with life. Life, or spirit, or your higher power, whatever you want to call it, responds by opening things up for you. It opens doorways and it helps you unfold your intention. It opens a doorway, then you can step into that doorway, and then life can unfold and guide you to unfold things. So we're creating things with life. In the book that I've written, I call this collaborative creation, because we're collaborating with life to create something. Life is creating things all the time. Whether we realize it or not, it just is constantly creating things. And in a sense, by extension, we're creating things all the time because we're offering some type of intention to life, and it is creating that. You can't help it. It's the essence of life to create things and be creative. Whatever we offer it, it will create. So it's really good, productive and effective, I guess you'd say, to be conscious of what you're creating. Because when you're not conscious of it, what we tend to do is create our old patterns over and over. We may have behavioral patterns that are based on fears and limiting beliefs and various things. We usually learn them in childhood, and we learn them from negative experiences in our life and believing things that weren't necessarily true. And so we're just unconsciously putting out this intention we're not even, that we're not aware of. And then life goes and creates that. So then we wonder, why do I keep creating the same thing over and over? And why does the same thing keep happening over? Why does life keep presenting the same thing? Well, because we are unknowingly creating this same thing. And that's why that we keep doing this. Another challenge with not being conscious of creating things is we don't really have a focus. In addition to our old pattern, one day we think, oh, I want to create this. And then the next day it's like, oh, I want to create this. And we just are kind of free form having these ideas, and they're cool ideas, but we're not really following through and sticking with them. And so then life is creating, a little of this and a little of that for us. And we wonder why nothing kind of gets completed and why it doesn't why it doesn't take form. Well, the reality is we're not staying with it long enough for it to go through the full creative process. Another challenge to being fully effective when we create things in the spring is that we kind of force things, we create things by force. And I call this, in my book, willful creation. And this does have a place for some things. If we want to create specific things, like I want to get such and such time in the 5K or in my bike race, that is a goal. It has a static thing that I'm shooting for. Willful creation works very well for that. But when we're trying to create something like in our lives, like, if we want a relationship or we want to build a business or we want to, unfold a dream that we have, or that type of thing, this type of creation, this willful type of creation becomes limiting, because it's limited to only what my mind can see. So my mind is as smart as we may be, our mind is limited. It can only see certain things. So we have this picture. I want to create this thing and I want it to look this way. And then we kind of force this thing into existence. So what we're doing is we're not really utilizing the natural creative energy of life. We're not using, life's ability to partner with this and to open doorways. I see this, life sees, everything. And so it has ideas and possibilities, and the doorways that life present are based on this unlimited perception, whereas the things that I create are based on my perception. Okay? And so that's another way that we get in trouble when we create things. So it's for these reasons that I'm saying that it would benefit you to consider creating something this spring and offering an intention this spring. And because then you can get the full power, if you will, of creation. You offer it up, life sees it, it interacts energetically with all of life, doorways get open. You're talking about your intention to other people, then you collaborate with them, and it allows a bigger picture, and you're conscious of it, so you're not just creating the same old shit. One other note, I am going to be offering an intensive online, and it's kind of a spring equinox, offer a clear intention, I think is the name of it. And it's going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be this Friday and Saturday. It's going to be Friday from 6 to 9. That's the 19th of March. And then it's going to be March 20, which is Saturday, and it's going to be from 9 to 5 with a lunch break in there. And during this workshop, we're going to guide you through, if you choose to attend, it's going to guide you through what's important to me, and what do I really want to create? What would I like to have in my life? And then we're going to formulate that into an intention, and then we're going to offer our intention in a ceremony where we formally offer our intention, and then kind of look into the future, and it's like, how can we be open to the doorways and to unfolding this thing that we would like to create with life. So anyway, if you'd like to join, you can find it on my website at naturalwayofbeing.com. It's actually going to cost $150, and we've got some people signing up. So if you want to join, please do. So thank you for watching my video. I hope it is beneficial to you, and I hope that you have a really enjoyable week, and that during this week you consider some things that you might like to create in your life this spring. Anyway, see you in a week.